Welcome to Mackie's Rides. Today I test rode a Suzuki V-Strom 650XT, which was a bike released last year, but is probably one of the best Swiss Army type do-it-all bikes on the market at the moment in this price range. It shares the same V-twin engine that I've got in my Cagiva Raptor and also the same engine that's used in the Suzuki SV650. The motor itself is very reliable and produces around about 63.5 horsepower at 55.9 Newton meters in this model. The bike's main competition is probably the KLR 650 by Kawasaki and also the BMW F700 GS, which are similar spec bikes, but in my opinion I think the Suzuki is the best of the three. It's really well built and having that reliable engine that's been truly trialled and tested over the years. The bike comes with traction control, ABS, but to be honest, this bike is amazing and I was really impressed the way it handled. Even though the bike is a smaller capacity bike, it's got plenty of power on the road. And also, with its tank, you're sure going to get a lot of mileage from a very efficient engine. With the XT model, you get lightweight spoked aluminium rims, and the gold colour really reminded me of the classic enduro bikes from the 80s. I actually thought this was probably one of the sexiest V-Stroms around. I haven't been too keen on the older models, but I think Suzuki is now getting it right with the look of this bike. The bike is water cooled as well as oil cooled, so you know the bike's never going to overheat, especially being a smaller capacity bike. The day I rode this bike it was around 33 degrees and it was bloody hot, but the bike had no problem whatsoever. Being 6'2", when I got on the bike it was actually very high up. I almost had to tippy toe, but once moving I didn't feel that was a problem at all. It was very highly maneuverable at low speeds as well as high speeds. While riding I felt I was riding a lazy boy with comfort but at height whilst perched upon a bar stool. Great visibility in the mirrors, not the sexiest, but they really provide adequate and perfect view behind you. Braking was great too, as well as the sound of the V-twin. The exhaust that comes stock with the bike doesn't sound too bad itself. Anyway, if you're considering a bike that does it all, I would really recommend looking at this bike. Anyway, please subscribe. We've almost hit 1,000 subs, and please check out some of my videos. Cheers.